Hello and welcome to Cargo Shots from the Stat Trade Times, powered by Group Concorde. Here's our pick of the best news shots that made the headlines this week.
Let's look at the week's top stories. Lufthansa Group has submitted an offer to the Italian Ministry of Economy and Finance to conclude a memorandum of understanding for acquiring a stake in ITA Airways. The plan is to agree on the initial acquisition of a minority stake in the Italian national carrier, as well as agree on options to purchase the remaining shares at a later date. The talks would primarily focus on the form of a possible equity investment and the commercial and operational integration of ITA into the Lufthansa airline group. Royal Schiphol Group has appointed Jos van Doesburg as head of cargo with effect from March 2023. He succeeds Anne-Marie van Hemert, who will be continuing her career outside the group as of February. Doesburg will focus entirely on cargo, has extensive experience in the air cargo sector, and is very well informed about everything going on at and around Schiphol. Doesburg says, and I quote, "After 7 years, I am returning to the fascinating world of air cargo, full of enthusiasm. Together with the air cargo community at Schiphol, I want to start working on accelerating innovation, sustainability, and customer experience to strengthen Schiphol's position as Europe's preferred airport." Unquote. Silkway West Airlines and Nippon Express have signed an air cargo MOU to offer enhanced solutions to customers and respond flexibly to changing supply chains. The agreement strengthens Silkway's presence in the Japanese market while helping Nippon Express expand business globally with access to cargo capacity across a worldwide network. Silkway has been serving the Japanese air cargo market since 2018 via weekly flights connecting Baku with Kansai International Airport. HAECO Xiamen, a member of the HAECO group, completed and redelivered its first A321-200 converted freighter with supplemental type certificate partner 321 Precision Conversion. HAECO Xiamen has been an authorized precision conversion center since 2010, and the first A321-200 P2F redelivery marked yet another milestone in the continued development of HAECO Xiamen's capabilities. To minimize downtime, HAECO Xiamen conducts full freighter conversions in parallel with heavy maintenance checks and other modifications. Its on-site quality assurance team prepared daily reports as part of a comprehensive quality control process to ensure that work is conducted to the highest standards. SATS shareholders voted to approve the proposed acquisition of Worldwide Flight Services, or WFS, at an extraordinary general meeting earlier this week. As many as 96.80% of the votes were in favor of the resolution to approve the transaction. The proposed acquisition now remains subject to requisite regulatory approvals. Transaction completion is likely by March or April 2023. SATS plans to finance the transaction partly by way of a proposed rights issue to raise up to approximately 800 million Singapore dollars. United Airlines reported an 84% increase in cargo revenue at $2.2 billion for the year ended December 31st, 2022, compared to $1.2 billion in 2019. Cargo revenue ton miles, or the number of cargo revenue tons transported multiplied by the number of miles flown, declined 9% to just over 3 billion compared to 3.3 billion in 2019. For the fourth quarter, United reported cargo revenue of $472 million, an increase of 49% from 2019, but a 35% decline from $727 million in the fourth quarter 2021. For the year ended 2022, Delta Airlines reported cargo revenue of $1.05 billion, an increase of 39% from 2019, but only marginally higher from 2021. Delta reported a 33% increase in cargo revenue at $248 million for the fourth quarter ended December 31st, 2022, compared to $187 million in fourth quarter 2019. Zongteng Group, a leading cross-border e-commerce infrastructure service provider, welcomed its first Boeing 777 freighter to Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport this week. The event included a welcome speech and a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Xiamen-Paris flight route. With a planned annual cargo capacity of over 15,000 tons, the newly launched freight route will support Zongteng Group's customer with highly reliable e-commerce logistics services and optimized lead times. A second Boeing 777 freighter is expected to enter service in the third quarter 2023, and there will be 6 to 8 direct flights per week from Shenzhen to Paris. In 2024, the total annual cargo capacity is projected to reach 28,000 tons. And it's a wrap-up for this week's episode. You can read more on all of these stories at stattimes.com. Make sure to check back next Friday for the news that you need to know to end the week. Wishing you a great weekend ahead, and do take good care.
For the latest news on air freight, visit our website. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Give our YouTube channel a visit and subscribe to access our past webinars and virtual conferences and access exclusive one-on-one interviews with global logistics leaders. Thank you for tuning in to Cargo Shots by the Strat Times, powered by Group Concorde. See you next week with a fresh roundup of cargo news makers.